Hey, everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood survivor guy, Gordon Holmes, here with your exit press for the rest of the Survivor finale. We talked to the new champion, the defending champion, Gabler, last night. Still can't believe that happened. If you want to see that, that video is on the channel. Also, we'll post it at the end of this video. We're going to talk to the rest of the final five today. We're going to talk to Carla, going to talk to Jesse, going to talk to Owen, and going to talk to Cassidy. I'm going to reuse this intro, so if you've heard me say this exact same thing before, feel free to skip ahead a minute or so. The comment section's open. Let us know what you think of the finale, the season as a whole. What do you think of that weirdo 44 promo? Kind of looks good. Also, like the channel. No, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It does us a huge favor, gets us in front of more people. The more people who see this, the more stuff we can do. Going to be doing some off-season stuff you're not going to want to miss. So again, subscribe if you get a chance. And I also like to see that subscriber number climb. It gets me all giddy. Yeah, and with that being said, let's see what this contestant, whoever I'm talking to, has to say about last night's shocking finale. Owen. That's what when I was thinking of, like, win.
A lot of people were, myself, maybe not myself included, but it was always fun to see the support online.
Yeah. I'm still trying to piece all this together, what happened. Last night at the end of Final Tribal, I kind of like do okay, this person had a good final, this had a bad, they slipped up here. It felt like everybody did really well, with the exception of Cassidy had that one moment where Ride or Die called her out for not being responsible for the Ryan vote. How confident were you as all the jury went to the ballot box?
I did not think I was going to win. Let me make that absolutely clear. I thought I was going to get a vote or two, though. I was a little surprised that I ended up with none. I thought I pleaded my case the best I could in the moment. Watching it back, there's a little regret here and there. I probably could have stumped for myself a little bit harder, could have come out with a little more fire, but I just did not think the jury would respect me trying to make up things that weren't true. I think we can all acknowledge my game was not a masterclass in strategy. I don't think I had as much agency as a Survivor player would have wanted. But I think I teetered the line of being a little too self-deprecating, maybe on the wrong side. So I thought Cassidy was going to win. So, I mean, my jaw hit the floor.
Didn't we all?
Yeah.
I just told her, I'm like, I'm writing my piece about underedited female winners, and then it was like,
delete all that.
Yeah, what was going through your mind as Gabler after Gabler vote keeps popping up in Jeff Probst's hands?
Just like, oh my God, just pure shock. I could not believe it. Like, even the whole day before, just talking with Cassidy, just in my own head, in my confessionals, just like really thinking she had it in the bag and that I was going to need this Herculean miracle effort to even make it remotely close. That was my perception of things going in. But you could see the tide kind of turning. I definitely was getting a bad feeling, not a bad feeling, but seeing the momentum shift as he was getting the jury to laugh so much and everything. And they were really picking up what he was putting down, for sure.
They were smelling what he was cooking.
Yeah.
We got to hear Cassidy say, I'm going to let Gabler make fire because A, apparently the dude's a flamethrower, and B, because I don't think it's going to help his game as much as it would help Owen. And then things like, there's a difference between hiding in plain sight and being a goat who's not going to get any votes. Is that the same impression you had of Gabler while you were out there? If you had won Final Four immunity, would you have made the same decisions?
I would not have. If I had won Final Four, I knew I needed to take the necklace off and pull a Chris Underwood and take out Jesse myself if I had any shot of winning the game. That's why I was so upset when my stack fell over, why I bent my pole in half. Like, I knew for me to have any shot of winning the game, I needed to pull this crazy move, and I didn't have that opportunity to do so. So I think Cassidy knew how much that was in my vision and knew that could have been the cherry on top for my game. So I think she was hesitant to put me in. And I mean, like you said, Gabler was a flamethrower. He is, he's camping, hunting, he's outdoors all the time. And while I enjoy backpacking, I only have time to do that like once a year. So the dude is incredible at fire. So the primary objective was getting Jesse out, because we all knew if Jesse made it to the end, 10-0-0 easily. So I think that all kind of came together, and I'm bummed for her that that's the outcome that happened.
Now we're hearing about this ride or die alliance, which there seems to be this new style of Survivor editing where they want to like surprise us after the fact instead of kind of give us the pieces to figure it out beforehand. Were you aware of this alliance? How powerful were they in actuality? Like, what is your thought on ride or die?
Yeah, I remember at one point during the Cody vote, actually, Cody kept saying ride or die to me as we were planning to take out Carla when that part of that layer of the onion was kind of being exposed. He thought, the four guys were going to get together and take out Carla, and he did say that. He didn't like grab my forearm and look me in the
Oh,
eyes
you
for
didn't get the
5 minutes.
Viking handshake?
No, I did not get the
Oh.
Viking handshake. So I guess I had just emeritus membership, but that was a phrase that did leave Cody's mouth during that strategy session. But no, I mean, I definitely saw Jesse and Cody as the main drivers there. And I don't want to discredit Gabler at all. I think he did a tremendous job kind of playing this socially fluid game and making everyone feel like they had him. So I did not necessarily see those three as a triad in the way I saw like Cassidy, James, Carla earlier in the game or something like that.
I'm talking to Carla in a little bit. I'm really interested to find out how seriously she took that threat not to vote for Cassidy when they were on the beach together. What was your take when you heard about that? Did you think that this was just game sportsmanship, or do you think that she was legitimately not going to vote for Cassidy based on their time in the game?
I did not care for that, I think is a way I can phrase that delicately. I mean, I get it.
Is that a line? You shouldn't use your jury vote to sway someone within the game?
Not necessarily. I think, I mean, it's part of the game, right? Like jury management and making sure that you're getting the right people there. But I think just the way which essentially just said, I'm going to poison the jury against you, that's a little harsh. Like I don't know. It's not how I would approach the game personally. I mean, I never got voted out, but I still think, I don't know. I'd like to think I would be a little more objective, I guess, but I don't know. That's hard to say. But watching that back, I was like, yikes, that's not how I think or would want to have approached it personally.
Because there's legitimately no rule that says somebody can't go to the jury and say, oh, Owen was saying like racist things or homophobic things or things along those lines that might not be true, and have that obviously would have an effect on a jury. So it is an interesting point. Like, but all survivors all like moral lines and what you're comfortable with or not comfortable
Right.
with.
Well, I think it might speak to the current format because this is the third 7-1-0 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So I think a case could be made for sequestering the jury or I don't know. I that's hard to say because in real life juries deliberate all the time. So I don't know. That might sound not correct, but it is curious to me that it has been the same voting pattern result the past 3 seasons.
We do a word association here to get to know your tribe mates a little bit better. I'll give you someone's name. Give me the first word or a couple words that pop into your head. And let's start off with Jesse.
Jesse is amazing. I think he's the best new player since like David Wright.
All right. That is high praise. Let's try Carla.
I'll go with bitter.
Okay. Cassidy.
A glowing, beautiful soul.
Okay. Have you seen her sweater?
Her Survivor sweater?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Excellent purchase.
My theory was that's why the jury was bitter towards her, was because of her awesome sweater, but she didn't have it then. Let's try Ryan.
Ryan is genuine, kind, just heart of gold.
Okay. Mariah.
Mariah is amazing, beautiful, just so much chaotic, warm energy.
Okay. Dwight.
Genius, amazing, great at everything, amazing guy.
Okay. Janine.
Janine is scrappy, tough, and wicked smart.
Okay. Ellie.
Mom, no. That's hard to say. It's hard to explain in just one word, just because she was so integral to my experience, and then all of a sudden she was gone. So a dear ally and friend.
Okay. Noelle.
Noelle is just badass.
Okay. I get that a lot for Noelle.
Yeah.
Sammy.
Wise beyond his years. Very impressive.
Cody.
Cody is one of a kind. He's amazing.
Okay. The alligator.
I mean, I know I haven't done one word for everyone, but
That's okay.
he's
We
just
don't get so
Gabler.
strict with this. Like it's
He's just Gabler. He is Gabler.
Okay. And let's finish off with James.
James is a mastermind, class act, just amazing guy.
Now, last night you got to make peace with James, and so, some could say that was, a way to sway a juror, but it seemed pretty genuine from you. How important was it to you to touch base with him and clear the air based on the things that happened out there?
Yeah, no, honestly, I kind of had forgotten that happened at tribal council, because he and I have talked post game, and we're on a great terms now. And I've actually, seen him since we've filmed and everything's fine. So it was nice watching that happen, because like you said, that was a genuine like regret of mine out there, and really it left a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm sure it really left a bad taste in his. And I'm glad it came off to you that it wasn't like pandering or anything. Like I said, I had no illusions that I was going to like run away with votes or anything, but I did want him to know that outburst was really not how I wanted to approach it. So yeah, I am glad they showed it, and I thought they did a really nice job showing that I think both of our feelings were valid, and that we were both kind of right and we were both kind of wrong, and how that argument went down that day. But I am really glad we've had the chance to reconcile. And we've laughed about the fact that if we played Survive, like if they ran our season 100 times in a simulation, like he and I would probably get on the same page more often than not.
So Charlie Brown, I was thinking of this, you got to the end, you had to scratch and claw to get there. Charlie Brown at one point did get to kiss his unrequited love, the redheaded girl. So I think that's what we saw here was, Charlie Brown had a rough run of it, and then in the end he was able to pull a victory, maybe not the $1 million victory, but Owen, I think you are someone we're going to remember, and somebody that we're definitely going to see again.
Thank you. I appreciate
you. That's like, if you can't win and see it doesn't write you a check, that's like the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. I know you got a super busy day today, so I want to thank you so much for your time. And again,
thanks.
Hope to see you again.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's nice to finally meet you. I always love your stuff.
Oh, stop. How dare, like, no. What else do you like about me?
Yeah, everything, the beard and all of it.